Hello people, how are you guys doing? Hope you guys are doing amazing. This is your friend Ashish, and guys, this is the third lesson of our writing mastery series. And here we will master two important punctuation marks, and these are dashes and hyphens. In the previous lesson, we talked about a semicolon and a colon. If you haven't watched those videos, you can go and check those videos out. I'll give the link in the description. Alright, without wasting any time, let's do this. Now guys, the very first thing you should know about a dash is we got two types of dashes in English. Yes, two types of dashes. Interesting, right? Yeah. So these are M dash and N dash. Now the reason why it is called an M dash is because it is as wide as the letter M. Logical, right? Yeah. And the reason why it is called an N dash is because it is as wide as the letter N. Right. And that is not the only difference between M dash and N dash. These two punctuation marks are used in completely different ways in different situations, giving different meanings. So to understand how these are used are very important. And guys, when I talk about a hyphen, oh my god, it's absolutely different. It's like countries apart. Okay, so we will understand all these three. Let's start with a dash and M dash. So guys, an M dash is a versatile actor. Now, why do I say that? Because it can play multiple roles in a sentence. It can replace a comma. It can replace a colon, right? It can replace parenthesis. Usage number one, you can replace a comma with an M dash to take a pause in a sentence, to give information, to give extra information about something in the sentence, like a comma. Then what is the difference? The difference is it makes the sentence look more fun. It makes it more dramatic, right? And it makes the sentence less formal. Let's take some examples and understand this. Her book on love, which is my favorite, is doing amazing. Now, which is my favorite is a phrase, right? We have offset this using two commas, right? Non-essential information, we don't need it. I don't want to pay attention to this one. That's why I've used commas to just give extra information. All right. Now, if I want my sentence to look a bit more fun, right? A bit more dramatic, I will use a dash here. Actually, a couple of dashes, two dashes. One before this phrase and one after it. Now, what will that do? It'll make the sentence more dramatic. It'll make you pay more attention to this. All right. Her book on love, which is my favorite. There's a lot of emotions in it, all right? When you use dashes, you put a lot of emotions to that particular piece of information. Her book on love, which is my favorite, is doing amazing, all right? When I use commas, I don't put that much of emotions into it. So that's the difference between a comma and a dash, right? Let's take one more example. The only person I cared about after John is you. Used commas here. Right? The only person I cared about after John is you. This piece of information after John is not probably that important. Now, when I use dash, it makes it fun. The only person I care about after John is you. The only person I care about after John is you. Right? So it's dramatizing the sentence, right? It's making you pay more attention to this part. That's usage number one. Let's talk about usage number two. Usage number two, it can replace colon. It's very mean. It replaces everything. Yeah, it can replace a colon and introduce something that concludes the previous statement, that concludes what comes before the dash, like we use a colon. Let me show you some examples and make you understand. I want only one thing in life, you. I want only one thing in life, you. So you is concluding the sentence, right? It is the most important part of the sentence. And that's exactly why we use a colon, right? Now guys, please understand a colon is more preferred here and is more formal. Use a dash when you don't want to be that formal. All right, let's take one more example. He cannot see you anymore. He is getting married next month. He cannot see you anymore. That's a general statement. He is getting married next month explains the first one. And that's exactly why we use a colon. But here we are not going to use a colon. We are going to use a dash. A dash can also do the same thing to introduce something that emphasizes the previous part, right? He cannot see you anymore. Why? He is getting married next month. Understood? So that's second way to use a dash. M dash, okay? Now, one more way to use a dash is when you want to abrupt your sentence, when you want to break the flow of your sentence and talk about something that's off the topic. That's not completely related to what's being talked about. Let me show you an example and make you understand. He broke up with her, no one saw it coming because of the family pressure. Now, guys, no one saw it coming is a complete sentence that's breaking the flow of the sentence. He broke up with her, no one saw it coming because of the family pressure. It clearly breaks the flow, right? And it's not very professional, right? So I don't encourage you guys to use a dash this way, but you can use it sometimes once in a while, that's fine. Let me give you one more example. So, guys, last night was amazing. She called me around at 11 p.m. and she proposed to me on the call. Are you guys even listening to me? See, I'm talking about something and I break the flow and I start talking about something else. It could be me or it could be somebody else as well, right? But it definitely breaks the flow of the sentence. So that's how we use an M dash. It's a versatile actor, it's very flexible. Why do a lot of writers and grammarians say that? Because it can be used in multiple ways. It can replace a lot of things, right? But guys, please understand, it's not very formal, right? And you should avoid using it in formal writings. Now let us understand the usages of N dash. Number one, we can use it to talk about ranges, time ranges, ranges of numbers. Let me show you some examples like 8:30 dash 9:30. 8:30, 9:30 is booked for my gymming. Now here dash means 2. It is showing a range 8:30 to 9:30. We have invited 400 to 450 people to the party. Again, showing a range of a number, right? Second way to use an N dash is to talk about the score of a game or to talk about the score of any contest. For example, India seals the trophy 5-0 in the final match. Remember, it's an N dash, smaller than the M dash. Understood? The score is 4-1 and France is taking away this game from Spain. The score is 4-1. Again, we've used a dash here. So that's how we use N dash, guys. See, it's very different from M dash. So use them according to their usages, how they're used. Now you know how they're used, right? Now let us talk about how to use a hyphen. Guys, it is the smallest in comparison to an M dash and an N dash in terms of its width. It is the smallest. And the only reason we use a hyphen is to make a word out of 2 words or more than 2 words, to compound a word, to majorly make a compound adjective. So when you want to make a word out of 2 words or 3 words, right? When you want to convert 2 or more than 2 words into 1 word, okay? You use hyphens for that. Let me show you a couple of examples. He does not believe in a long distance relationship. Long distance relationship. Long is a word, distance is a word. But together, when combined with a hyphen, these are working as 1 word, modifying the noun relationship. Understood? I give English speaking classes. What sort of classes? What type of classes do I give? English speaking classes. English is a noun. Speaking is a present participle. Working as an adjective. Together, when brought together using a hyphen, it becomes 1 word, a compound adjective, modifying the noun classes. I give what? English speaking classes. You are a good looking guy. Good looking. It is a fat free chocolate. It is a fat free chocolate. What kind of chocolate? Fat free. Fat is a word, free is a word, brought together using a hyphen. Learning English is a never ending process. What kind of a process? Never ending process. Never is a word, adverb, ending is a present participle. Together it becomes an adjective, modifying the noun process. Understood? So 2 important points here. Number 1, do not use a hyphen to make a compound adjective when it is not followed by the noun it modifies. For example, this chocolate is fat free, not fat hyphen free, because the word it modifies, which is chocolate, is not coming after it. So we will not use a hyphen with it. Please understand, very, very important. That's where a lot of people make mistake. Don't do it. This guy is good looking. Good hyphen looking? No. Good looking without any hyphen. Point number 2. there are 5 ways to make a compound adjective using a hyphen. Number 1, adjective plus adjective. Number 2, adjective plus noun. Number 3, noun plus noun. Number 4, noun plus an adjective. Number 5, adverb plus an adjective, which means simple adjectives and all the participles, present and past participles, right? Look at the examples in each cases, right? Number 1, old fashioned guy. Old is an adjective, fashioned is an adjective. Good looking guy. Good is an adjective, looking, which is a present participle, is also an adjective, right? Number 2, adjective plus noun. Full length videos, last minute plans. Full adjective, length is a noun, videos is the one that it's modifying, right? Last minute plan, last adjective, minute is a noun, modifying the noun plan, right? Number 3, noun plus noun. Part-time job, bulletproof jacket. Part is a word, is a noun, time is a noun, but together it works as a compound adjective, modifying the noun job. What type of a job? Part-time job. What kind of a jacket? Bulletproof jacket. All right, that's the third way to form a compound adjective. Number 4, noun plus adjective. Like English speaking countries, English noun, speaking adjective, present participle, right? Thought provoking speech, thought noun, provoking, present participle. World famous sandwiches, see, noun followed by an adjective. And the last is adverb plus participles. That includes simple adjectives and present and past participles, like highly sophisticated technology. I am using a highly sophisticated technology. Highly adverb, sophisticated, past participle. Together becomes a word, modifying the noun technology. Never ending process, never adverb, ending present participle, modifying the noun process. Right? So that's how we form compound adjectives using hyphens. And we also see these hyphens in some words that have prefixes in them, like ex-girlfriend, like cooperation, like mother-in-law, up to date, like email, which has become a closed compound. Back in the days, we used to have a hyphen between e and mail, but now it has become a closed compound. That means the hyphen has been removed. So we say email, not e hyphen mail, not teen hyphen age, teenage, right? So that's one way to use it. Usage number 2, when you want to spell numbers between 21 and 99, like 45, 36, 21, 99. I've got 45 cards of these types. I've got what? 45 cards. 45 is a word here, right? Compound adjective. So that is the second way to use it. Now, one more way to use it is when you want to make compound adjectives using a number. For example, $100 bill. He is left with $100 bill only, right? 100 hyphen dollar. Fourth generation computer. It is a fourth generation computer. Fourth is a number, generation is a noun, right? But when the number comes after the first word in the compound adjective, we don't use a hyphen. Like that is a type 3 diabetes, right? Type first, then the number 3. So we are not using a hyphen here. So that's third way to use it. One more way to use it is when we want to make compound verbs. That simply means a verb and a noun, right? Becomes a verb. Both things together work as a verb. Then you use a hyphen between them. For example, binge watching. He is going to binge watch the entire season of Friends. Binge watching, binge watch, binge hyphen watch. Videotape, right? Let's videotape the entire scene. Video hyphen tape. Spoon feed. You must have heard this word so many times. I won't spoon feed you like your mother. I won't spoon feed you like your mother. Spoon hyphen feed. So guys, it's sometimes up to you whether you want to use a hyphen or not. If you feel your sentence can create ambiguity and make it hard to understand for your readers, you can use a hyphen. Look at this sentence. To resign, you have to resign here. Confusing, right? Looks very confusing. To resign, I have to resign here? Does not make any sense. Does it now? To resign, you have to Resign here. That means if you want to resign, if you want to leave the job, you have to sign here again. Resign here. So using a hyphen here makes the sentence look more clear, takes the ambiguity out of the sentence. So sometimes it's on you whether you want to use a hyphen or not. When your sentence can create confusion, go ahead, use it. So guys, that's how we use a dash and a hyphen. You just saw a hyphen is very different from a dash, like the worlds apart. These two punctuation marks are very different, have specific usages, and now you know how to use them, right? Amazing. Now do one thing, I've got a test for you. Try this test. Write your answers in the comment section below, I'll check it. So that is about today's lesson, guys. I hope you loved this lesson. I hope now you're feeling more confident about dashes and hyphens. I am pretty sure you can use them whenever you want to now. And if you like the video, give it a thumbs up, guys. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe to the channel and share this video with your friends. Educate them as well. And I'll see you very soon. Till then, keep learning. Bye-bye. I love you all.